Good morning, good morning, good morning, Success Tribe. I just got finished eating some leftovers for breakfast. And I got my coffee. I had to get my whole setup straight. How are you all doing today? Let me know in the chat. Good morning. Let me know how you're doing in the chat today. I do have on, and I gotta wipe them off. I do have on some new glasses today. I got these glasses from Home Goods because they have the blue light. They have the blue light on it because I look at the screen more than the average person. I work from home and I also do a lot on YouTube and my business. I'm just constantly on this screen and I want to save my eyes. So, good morning, Angie. All right, is that better? Yeah, okay, I can see now. Good morning, Angie. I hope you're doing well. I was in here just reading my notes and preparing for the day. If it looks dark in here, it is because it is. There's no sun in sight. It's very gloomy. I can tell it is going to rain today. So I had to cut on my lights, which sometimes makes the background look dark too. So the dark background on top of it being dark outside and the lights, it's cray. But anyway, how are you all doing? Welcome to Success Saturday with me, Lakeisha. If you are new, welcome. I am a certified life coach. This is the month of August, so I am celebrating my 8th year as a life coach this month. So I'm really excited to celebrate my life coaching anniversary. So I do have I can't talk. I get so excited sometimes. I be like, but I do have an announcement, y'all. I have an announcement to make at the end of this video because not only is it my anniversary for life coaching, but September marks the anniversary of my academy. September will be a year that I have been doing Success My Way Academies. And for those of you who don't know what that is, I'm going to go in detail about that towards the end. So you want to stick around to see if you're interested in that. Good morning, Cassandra. Good morning, Michelle. Hi, everybody. Today we are talking about love languages and we're going into acts of service. Now, we have been doing this for the last 4 weeks. So if you haven't been here, you want to have to catch up. Don't worry. I have a nice little playlist for you. You can go back and see words of affirmation. We did that first. We talked about words of affirmation. Then we talked about quality time. So then if you want to go back, we talked about quality time. Then last week, we had a really great discussion about physical touch. So you got to go see that one. So today we're talking about acts of service. And this one is a good one. This one is a good one too. Very different from physical touch. Very different from physical touch. If you have not joined the Facebook group, I have a Facebook group called Success Saturday Circle with Lakeisha. Success Saturday Circle with Lakeisha. Go over there. I have a free love language test waiting on you. It is just waiting on you to take. Take that love language test and then share it with me in the chat. Share with me what your love language is. Good morning, Marva. Hi, how are you today? All right. My tribe is trickling in. They're trickling in. Oh my gosh. The title says physical touch. It does? Stop playing. Is this physical? Am I in the wrong? Hold on. This title should not say physical touch. I put in acts of service. The title of this video says physical touch. We might have to hop off. I might be in the wrong video. Hold on. And I can't see it. I'm going on YouTube right now, y'all. Give me a second. This should not say physical touch. Meet Mac. Okay. Oh, it does say physical touch. Interesting. All right, let me edit it. Thank you, Angie. Oh my gosh, maybe I overlooked that it said physical touch. So I'm going to change it to acts of service right now. Acts of service, not physical touch. Save. All right, Angie, refresh, Angie, and let me know if it changed to acts of service. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Refresh and let me know. I just changed it. All right. Let me know, y'all. Okay, so we're talking about acts of service today. And that was an act of service that Angie just did. Thank you, Angie. She did something nice for me. She made sure I had the right title on there. Oh, it did change. It just changed, Marva. Okay, thank you. So thank you, Angie, for that act of service just now. I love it. All right. So I had my Bible open because I have been also talking about God and love languages because God is love. And I was trying to get to my scriptures, but I did it too late. So I'm just going to have to do it on camera. It does say it now. Okay. Thank you, Angie. All right. So acts of service. Let's get right into it, y'all. Acts of service means doing something for your partner that you know they would like. So, this is very interesting because I don't know anybody. It doesn't matter what your love language is. Everybody likes acts of service. Can I get an amen? Everybody likes, I don't care what your love language is. You like when someone does something for you that you like, okay? All right. So this is different from physical touch. Physical touch is very finicky. Like it's different ways of touching. There's intimate touch. There's non-intimate touch. With physical touch, like there's all these rules, right? But for acts of service, there's really no rules. It's only one rule. Just do something for somebody that they like. That's just one rule for acts of service. Okay. So everybody likes acts of service. So don't be like, oh, I ain't gonna listen to this because I don't like acts of service. You lying. Okay. Everybody likes when someone does something awesome for you. Okay. So that's what we're talking about, the love language of acts of service. Now, we're going to be talking about it in two different ways. We're going to talk about what does it mean to really give someone an act of service? And what does it mean to really receive acts of service? So people whose primary love language is acts of service, you really need to understand how they and what they like to receive as an act of service person. So I would say love languages, just to give a quick recap, was created by a wonderful relationships coach named Gary Chapman. And he took all his notes over like 20 years. And he came up with these 5 love languages based on his notes from just helping couples. I mean, it was just amazing. And he came up with 5. And he said over the years, he's been trying to find the 6th one. He has not found the 6th one. It's still these 5. And churches have been connecting these love languages to the Bible. They're very easy to find in the Bible. You know why? Because God is love. God is love, and God gives us our love languages as well. He knows He created us to have our love languages. And so he gives us love languages. It's just a beautiful thing. So we are now talking about acts of service. And so what I want to talk about first is just a little bit of research here in the year 2016. And I hope y'all have your pen and paper. Y'all got your pen and paper? I hope y'all got your pen and paper because I'm about to give y'all some good Chick-fil-A free 99 nuggets over here, okay? In 2016, y'all, a study was done by the Pew Research Center. And they found that more than half of all married couples believed that sharing housework was majorly important and contributed to the success of the marriage. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. That's deep, y'all. Over half of married couples said that sharing housework contributed to the success of the marriage. So acts of service should not be taken lightly. In fact, if you are giving acts of service, it is hard. It's hard. Good morning, Trika. Thank you for joining, Trika. I know Trika joins from work all the time. I'm so grateful for her. So y'all, it's hard to give. First of all, to me, the easiest love language is words of affirmation. Like literally, you can say you're beautiful today. That takes nothing. That takes nothing. Acts of service to me is the hardest love language to do. It takes time. It takes planning. It takes really knowing the person. Because remember, acts of service means doing something that they like. Well, how do I know what you like? I have to know you. So it takes effort to get to know someone to really figure out what acts of service they need. Okay. So I just wanted to say that. Start with that little bit of research and those facts. And remember, acts of service spans across people. Kids like acts of service, adults like acts of service, men like acts of service, women like acts of service. It spans across humanity, okay? Even God likes acts of service. Come on, y'all. Come on. Jesus likes acts of service, okay? He wants you to go out and create disciples, okay? He wants you to serve him, all right? He wants you to go to church and do all those things. So serving takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes will. Y'all, you got to have the will. You got to be willing to serve somebody. Don't withhold service from someone. Usually when in my life coaching, when I see people who cannot serve others, it is because they have trauma around serving. So maybe in their childhood, they were trying to serve their parents, and their parents just shot them down every time they tried to serve them. And so now as an adult, they are holding on to that, which when I life coach people, I try to train people how to sever their adulthood from their childhood, because your childhood right now, to be honest, is just a memory. It is not real anymore. Your childhood is not real anymore. So you can actually sever. So that's what I did. I mean, I had trauma in my childhood, but then I realized as an adult, I'm the master of my own fate, the captain of my own soul. And I don't have to allow anyone to do anything to me. When I was a child, I was a vulnerable, weak vessel. Like I was young. I had to depend on and rely on the people that were in my life. As an adult, I can choose who's in my life. You see what I'm saying? So I teach people how to sever away from that trauma so that they can be givers of themselves. Because that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to be whole givers of ourselves. And we can't do that if we're just pulling along what happened to us as a child into our adulthood. We got to take the scissors and cut the cord and say, you know what? My childhood was my childhood. I had no control over that. It was not my fault what happened to me. I'm going to say that again. It was not my fault what happened to me. I had no control. I was a child. And shame on the adults who did what they did to me when I was little. But I'm an adult now, and I don't have to bring that into my life with the people now who actually love me. As an adult, I don't have to bring that into my life. And so when people understand that, when they work through that, they're able to be givers. And acts of service requires you 100% to be a giver. And it is a selfless act. It is selfless. So if you're a selfish person, this is going to be hard for you, to be honest. If you're a selfish person, acts of service and providing that for someone whose primary love language is acts of service, is going to be very hard for you. So who else is on here? Hi there, Dolinda. Good morning. Yes. Angie said, I enjoy giving acts of service. I guess if you didn't know someone, it could be hard. Yes. And, you can give acts of service to somebody you don't know, but don't be mad if they don't accept it. But of course, you can give out, I'll see it. I remember I was coming out of Home Goods one time, and this lady came as an older lady. She was so cute. She was like, do you know if they have, what did she ask me for? I think she asked me for some mirrored candle holders. And I had been through the whole Home Goods. I was like, no, the mirrored candle holders are not in Home Goods. I said, but I did see some in Burlington. She was so grateful. She was like, oh my gosh, thank you. So that little thing, I didn't have to give her any answers, but she was a stranger. But why not? I mean, what's it going to cost me to tell a lady to go to another store? So you can't give acts of service to strangers. All right. Speaking of giving, let's talk about the givers. If you are a person who needs to give acts of service, which I think it's everybody, okay? I think it's everybody that needs to give acts of service. If you are a human, you should be serving. Serving has shown research-wise to be so beneficial to humans. When you serve others, it makes you less depressed. It makes you less anxious. It makes you feel like you have a purpose in life. When you serve others, it actually starts the flow of cause and effect, where you start getting stuff. It is the law of cause and effect. When you give, you shall receive. Give and you shall receive. Give and you shall receive. Press down, shaking together, running over. Okay, come on, y'all. I'm feeling good about this acts of service thing now. So everybody needs to give service. It is a powerful thing for humans. And I'm going to tell you about my journey with starting a nonprofit later on. I started a nonprofit, and I can tell you my journey, and my life has totally changed since I started this nonprofit, because that is the law that God has put in place, the law of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. Hey, Erica. Good morning. Welcome. Hi, how are you? How's school going? Erica, I know you're starting school, honey. How's it going? Please let us know. Y'all, Erica is a wonderful educator, and she was part of my first Success My Way Academy. So it's always good to see her. All right, so let's start talking again. It says acts of service. You give up your time for acts of service. So to give someone acts of service is very time consuming. You give up your time to this person. And time is money. So, and I am the type of person, I really am purposeful about my time. Like, I'm super purposeful about my time. So you have to make a choice to give up your time to give someone acts of service. Okay, you have to make that choice. That's so important, y'all. Make the choice to give up your time to give someone acts of service. Okay. Good morning, Mama Davis. I hope you are doing well. Happy Saturday. So when you are giving acts of service to someone whose primary love language is acts of service, you should pay attention to the small things, all right? So this requires you to be attentive and actively listening to the person who needs acts of service. For example, your partner may be like, oh, one day, my dream vacation is to go to Paris. Okay. That's key. That is key. Like, keep that in the back of your mind, and maybe one day you'll be positioned to actually surprise them with a trip to Paris. Or someone you may be watching them make their coffee, and you notice how much sugar they put in their coffee, or how much cream. And then you go to Starbucks and get yourself coffee, get them a coffee, and just give them the coffee. Let me tell you, giving somebody a cup of coffee is like giving them gold. It is the best thing. My husband, he came home one time, unexpected, and he knew I liked this. I don't really drink these anymore, but I used to love lattes. Okay, I'm going to drink me a pumpkin spice. I used to love pumpkin spice latte. I'm just going to have to modify it, but I got to drink me a pumpkin spice latte. It's going to be modified. Those not going to have no sugar in it, but I got to give me a pumpkin spice latte. But he brought me home a pumpkin spice latte, and I just thought he loved me so much. I had no idea that he even noticed that I like pumpkin spice lattes, but I must have been talking about it and saying, I want to get me a latte, he must have, but he listened. And so that meant so much to me. So when you're giving acts of service, you have to listen and take those notes, take those mental notes of what people are saying they like. Angie says, acts of service really helps me. It is good for the person receiving and for me. It helps my depression and my mood to know I am giving and making someone happy. Oh, Angie, that is so beautiful. You know, studies show that it works. It just really, really works, y'all. And it not only makes you feel good, but it makes the person feel good that you're giving it to, but it actually contributes to the betterment of society. You know, our society is really tough. It's really tough. Crime everywhere, violence everywhere, wars and rumors of wars. But when you do these kind acts, it just lets people know that there's hope in the world. It lets people know that there's good in the world. So when you do acts of service, you just contribute to something that's bigger than yourself. You just contribute to something that's way bigger than yourself. And so this is definitely one of my favorite love languages. The next thing on my notes here says, think about what they don't like or don't enjoy doing and do it for them. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I hate cleaning bathrooms. So when my daughter or when my son or when my husband just started cleaning the bathroom, oh my gosh, I want to hug them and just give them a whole bunch of lipstick kisses because I hate cleaning the bathroom and they're cleaning the bathroom for me. So when you do something for someone that they actually have to, it's like they got to do it, but they just don't like doing it, like washing dishes or something like that, or going grocery shopping. When you do it for them, like that sends a strong message of love, y'all. That sends a strong message of love. When you go out your way to do something for somebody that you know they can't stand doing. Can y'all put some examples in the chat? What is it that you hate doing that you would love it if somebody else just did it for you? Like, put that in the chat. Come on, y'all, put it in the chat. What is it that you hate doing that you would just love for somebody else to do for you? That is an act of service. Erica says, I'm an active service person. It has good and bad aspects. Yes, it does. It definitely, the bad part is that, well, I'm gonna say that for later because Erica, you're getting ahead of my little lesson right here. But I'm gonna save it for later. She's talking about the bad stuff. We're gonna get our little warnings in. I would love fit. Tori, you said you would love fit. Oh my gosh, I don't know what you're saying. Was that what you wanted to say, Tori? Welcome, Tori. Say it again, Tori. All right, Cassandra said laundry. Yes. Oh my gosh, I hate. Now, y'all, I don't mind putting the stuff in the washing machine and the dryer, but when I gotta fold them clothes, then I just get mad. I am not a folder. Some people actually love folding clothes. My husband, I don't know if he loves folding clothes, but he folds clothes. So it works. So he's like, here, I got your clothes. I don't know where to put them at in your closet. And he just hands them to me all folded. It's so shoot the way he does it. And I absolutely love it because I can't stand folding the clothes. Ebony said getting gas. Oh my God. You know what? I don't mind getting gas when I don't have anything to do. But y'all, when I'm rushing and I see that gas tank not full, oh, I get so mad. So yeah, when my husband filled my gas tank up, how many people have like spouses or significant others or partners who fill your gas tank up? Don't you feel love? You get in the car, that gas tank be all filled up. Don't you feel the love from that? Oh, I love it. Marvin said cleaning the refrigerator. Oh, good God Almighty. I have yet to have anybody in my family to clean the refrigerator. I still am the only one that cleans my refrigerator. So I would love for somebody to just get their tails down there and clean the refrigerator. Because cleaning the refrigerator, Marvin knows, y'all should know, it is a doozy. First of all, you have to take everything out. Second of all, you have to take parts out that you can't reach because some parts in the refrigerator you can't reach. Then you got to turn around and look at all the food in there and throw away the expired stuff. Come on, y'all. It is a process. Then you got to go shopping and fill it right on back up. So yes, that's a time-consuming act of service for sure. Cleaning the refrigerator. Tori said laundry too. Angie said, I hate getting gas also, LOL. Marva said, I have never put gas in my car. Marva, give your husband a high five for me. That's so amazing. Erica said, me every Sunday. I tell you, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Angie said, Marva, someone loves you. I know exactly. Marva, your husband gets the Acts of Service Award, honey. Where the Acts of Service Award? Do I have an Acts of Service Award? Somebody give me an award for Marva's husband, honey. Mama Michelle said, my daughter keeps gas in my car. It's a good feeling. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. Yeah, I know my mom's love language is acts of service. Can't nobody tell me different, and she ain't gonna take this test. Okay. But my mom loves when we do stuff for her and in the form of money. She calls me all the time. Keisha, can you get this off Amazon for me? Keisha, I need to. Keisha, I need that. And you know, if I got it, the good old mom's is getting it. Even though I might fuss, but she getting it. And she just loves when we take care of her. So I know. And when I was little, my mom took care of us. She would always make sure the house was clean and stuff like that. My mom's a straight acts of service. Straight acts of service. All right, y'all. That was fun. All right. And if you are giving acts of service, focus on acts that are easy to put in your schedule, like the gas thing. If maybe Marva's husband created a schedule around putting gas in her car. I know some other husbands who put gas in their wife's car every Sunday. Every Sunday. It's part of their schedule. So what if you made the act of service that you did for your loved ones part of your schedule? I know moms who wake up early Saturday mornings and clean their kids' rooms. Like, make it part of your schedule, okay? Your schedule is so important. And that shows how important. What's in your schedule? This life coach talking, y'all. What's in your schedule is like how you're spending money in your bank account. It shows your priorities. Pause. What's in your schedule shows your priorities. Just like if I looked at your bank account and see what you spent your money on, it's going to show me your priorities. Okay. Come on, Angie. Angie, you better preach, Angie. You know, if you join Success My Way Academy, you're going to learn how to time map. And Angie's in the academy now, and that time mapping is a game changer. Isn't it, Angie? Yes. All right. And then utilize your strength. You know, if you understand something that your significant other does not understand, won't you teach them? You know, I've seen people weaponize this. Y'all don't weaponize acts of service, y'all. If you know something that your partner does not know, why would you withhold it from them? If you love someone and you know something that they don't know, why would you withhold it from them? Don't weaponize it. Do not weaponize acts of service, y'all. Okay, that's one of the bad things about acts of service, that people can weaponize it and withhold acts of service to people who really need it, and they claim to be loving. That's not a loving act, okay? All right, so let's now talk about if you are the one with acts of service as your primary love language. You are the one. If you hadn't had a chance to go into the Facebook group, one of my admin, LaFrancis, she put a video in there from Destiny's Child. Let me cater to you, baby, this is your day. I love that video. I watched the whole video. She would take me back to the old school. So she put that in there, and she's going to put another one by Babyface. I'll cook your dinner too. Soon as I get home from work, I'll pay your rent. Your faithful lover. Soon as I get home. Those are acts of service songs, y'all. So, you know, the person whose primary love language is acts of service, those songs are playing in their head 24/7, okay? I need you to pay my rent. I need you to bring me some food. I need you to clean up for me. I need you. They may be considered high maintenance because they love acts of service, but it's not high maintenance. It's just the way they they want you to show love to them, and that's the way they receive love. It's a way that you prove you value them. Okay, so if you're a receiver of acts of service, you must announce this to your partner in a kind and loving way. Y'all, let's talk about this for a minute. If you are an acts of service person, please don't automatically think that somebody knows how to serve you, okay? Please. Don't automatically think they know how to do it. You have to announce that you want these acts of service. That's why I always encourage couples to, you two both, just take the test and have a conversation about your main. You need to really disclose to your spouse that, you know what? My primary love language is acts of service. And this is what I really love. When you do these things for me, it really makes me feel good. Or do it in the moment. When my husband bought me that latte, let's pretend it's the latte. We're going to pretend it's the latte that my husband bought me, okay? When he bought me that latte, I was like, ooh, you get a coupon for this one. All right, and y'all don't know what a coupon is. Yeah, just figure it out. I was like, you get a coupon for this one. Thank you so much. I let him know in the moment that the act of service meant a lot to me. Okay. So you have to do that with your partners. Let them know when they're doing it right, when they clean up for you, when they run to the store for you, when they put the gas in there for you, when they fold the clothes for you. Just give them that little extra, like, yeah, come on, King. Come on. Give them that little extra wank. And let them know. That's the only way they're going to know. They're not going to automatically know. You can't expect it. When your love language is acts of service, please don't expect people to automatically do it. You're going to have to tell them. This is the only love language that I say that you have to be extremely explicit to be able to receive. If your primary love language is acts of service, you won't have to tell people what you want and how you want it and when you want it. You won't have to be specific. Okay. I know that's hard to hear, but And don't assume, if you're a receiver of acts of service, don't assume that people will automatically do things for you. You just got to speak up. And then, I love this one. If your primary love language is acts of service, y'all, cherish the efforts that your partner or your significant other or your colleague or whoever's doing it for you, cherish the efforts that they're making. It's very hard to really, really get someone to be in tune with the acts of service that you like. That's really hard. So when you find someone who just very in tune with the acts of service that you like, please give them feedback. And I ain't talking about no negative feedback either. Give them some positive feedback. They need it because that shows them that what they're doing is right. Otherwise, they were like, well, shoot, I did XYZ for her and she didn't even say thank you. They're not going to do it again. I promise you, they're not going to do it again. So you want to give people positive feedback so they can continue to give you the acts of service. And, and don't put them down. Acts of service takes time. I got to put it in my schedule. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of energy out of me. You know what I'm saying? So when your loved one cannot give you acts of service, it's not that they don't love you. They just probably can't do it at the moment. Acts of service is time consuming, y'all. So everybody every day cannot give you an act of service. If you have that expectation, it's unrealistic. So your loved ones, sometimes it's just not going to be able to give you acts of service. Sorry. They're not going to be able to do it because it's time consuming. But that doesn't mean they don't love you. Acts of service people. It doesn't mean they don't love you. It just means right now they just can't. So I can see if they never did it. That's one thing. But if once in a while they can't give you acts of service, don't look at that as they don't love you. It's just temporary, y'all, because it takes a lot of time. Okay. Hi, Winsome. Welcome. All right. Let's talk about really quickly, and I'm running out of time. Yeah, I'm getting so hyper about this. Let's talk about children for a minute. So children have love languages too, and children with acts of service, they really love when you do stuff for them. I believe my 5-year-old has acts of service. And I'm gonna tell you why I think my 5-year-old has acts of service, because he'll come in here every day after I get off work and he'll say, Mommy, fix me something to eat. And sometimes he'll ask me right after I done gave him something to eat. I say, you're not hungry because Mommy just fixed you something. And then he'll look at me like, uh-oh, she got me. And he'll walk out the room like, oh. And I think he just likes when Mommy goes downstairs in the kitchen and he follows me down there and I fix him something to eat. He likes to see Mommy serving him. So I really think my 5-year-old likes acts of service, and I'm very in tune with that. Marva says, my husband bought me a fish dinner yesterday and I said, I love you forever. He said, oh, well, I will get you some more. That's right, Marva. That's how you do it. That's good example, Marva. Marva, that's good example. You see, he brought you that fish dinner. You was like, baby, I'm going to love you forever. He said, you want another one? I love it, Marva. So I'm just going to tell you really quick some things that work for children, okay? So you can role play with kids with stuffed animals to really see what their love language is. You know, some kids are too little to take the love language test, but you can kind of role play with them and see what they like. Do they like acts of service? Do they like words of affirmation? No, I just think kids like all of it. But make their favorite meal. Same thing with my son. He loves when I cook for him and make what he likes, because he doesn't eat like adult food. He still likes kiddie food. So he loves when I make what he likes. He likes to help clean up. He likes to put clothes in a washing machine. He likes to help pick up. I'm like, Jaden, this is my 5-year-old. I'm like, Jaden, can you help Mommy pick the stuff up off the floor? Sure. Okay, you get up all the clothes and Mommy gets up all the trash. Let's do it together. Go. And he's like putting them in the hamper and he's just so excitable. So you can clean up with your kids. You can also let them help. Let them help with things. Let them help cook. Let them help clean. Let them help ask them their opinion about stuff, you know. Do household chores together, volunteer together, especially with your older kids. With your older kids, you want to volunteer together with them. You want to get them in the habit of volunteering. And my kids help me with my nonprofit all the time. And then you want to prepare a special bubble bath. I mean, some kids just love to see you like cleaning the tub out, and then you want to help Mommy put the bubbles in, and there's the whole process of getting the toys, and they really like that. Help them learn a new skill, like just teach your kids something, teach them how to do something, and then help with school, and then just do random acts of kindness for your kids. So those are different ways that you can show acts of service to children. So let's go back, because I do have a couple more things I want to say. So this is like some of the bad side. I don't want to say bad side, but this is some of the challenges of acts of service. Sometimes we want to give people our own love language, y'all. So if you're an active service person, you want to give other people acts of service. But this is the problem. Everybody's love language is not acts of service. So you expect them to be happy about you catering to them when all they wanted was you to give them words of affirmation. So don't get mad at people if they don't accept your acts of service, because guess what? That might not be their love language. Okay. So at least their primary love language, like they think what you did is nice, but it's not like life-changing to them. So like, for example, my husband, acts of service is like one of my 3 lowest. So even though he does acts of service for me, I know he likes acts of service and I like, but it's not life-changing. And I know when I do acts of service for my husband, it's not life-changing, because my husband's primary love language is words of affirmation. He'll rather me say some sweet nothings in his ear than to do something for him. And I know this. So I try to balance it out. I'd rather my husband just spend quality time with me and give me his undivided attention than to go downstairs and clean the kitchen for me. I mean, that's just the reality, because my primary love language is quality time. So I just want to say that to you. Please don't feel bad if you just impose your acts of service on your spouse or loved one or partner and they did not receive it. Okay. So you have to really study. Acts of service has to be studied and executed strategically. Yeah, not expressing, I wrote down here, not expressing yourself is a relationship killer. And what I mean by this is if your primary love language is acts of service and you're not expressing yourself and you just expecting, I know the movies taught us this, y'all. I know the Disney movies taught us that our spouses are just supposed to just know what to do without us saying anything. That's unrealistic, okay? Unrealistic. Get that out your head. You got to tell them. So not expressing yourself and telling your spouse when you feel loved, when you don't feel loved, what you like, what you don't like, telling them that, guess what? I'm kind of bored. I really want to do some new stuff. Can you do some new stuff with me? Because right now, the way we're living is kind of boring. Like, you got to express yourself. If you don't express yourself, if you don't communicate, it's a relationship killer. So people, if you're on the receiving end of acts of service and you're not expressing yourself, you're actually killing your relationship. I just want to let you know. Okay? Don't kill your relationship. Tell your spouse what you want. All right? Just like we tell Jesus what we want. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. All right, just change that. Just change that, okay? Change that to your husband. Husband on the main line. Tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. Okay? Express yourself. Angie said the Disney princess movies just gets girls up for bad relationships. Yes. If they don't figure out how life really works. Angie, you cracking me up today. That's right. All those Cinderella movies and all this stuff, that stuff is fake and phony and baloney. Movies and music will cause us to be codependent. Ooh, I'm going to say that again. Movies and music will cause us to be codependent, having an unhealthy helping relationship with our partner. Oh my God. Y'all, don't live your life. Don't look at these movies and be like, I wish my husband was like Prince Charming, because he ain't going to be like that. Don't listen to all these songs. Soon as I get home from work. Ain't nobody doing all that stuff for you soon as they come home from work. They gonna go sleep first. They gonna drink a glass of wine first. So, y'all, don't let the movies and the music get to you, y'all. For real. Hi, Kim. Good morning. Peace and love to you also. Welcome. Angie says, so true. Marva said, yep. So, yeah. So the last thing I want to talk about before I tell you my announcements, because I have some announcements, so stick with me a couple minutes. I just wanted to go over a couple of verses from the Bible, because God gives acts of service. God serves you. And he expects us to serve him. So God is love. And so God shows all 5 of these love languages. So I want to go to Proverbs 19 and 17. So I have my Bible out right here. Here it is. It says, kindness to the poor is a loan to the Lord, and he will give a reward to the lender. Okay. Kindness to the poor is a loan to the Lord, and he will give a reward to the lender. So when you're kind to the poor, when you have unselfish acts for the poor, it's like you're giving a loan to God, and he's going to reward you. So it's just a beautiful thing. So give not just to your spouse, but give to the world, y'all. Give your gifts, give your talents. I always tell people, time is money. So if you don't have money, you got time. Everybody got time. If you don't have money, you got time. So give up your time. Be a giver. Do acts of service for other people within your locus of control. It's not about money, y'all. It's about motive. It's about helping others. It's about bringing some hope to the world. Okay. I'm going to then move to Acts 20 and 35. And I'm going through my Bible, so give me a second. Acts 20 and 35 says, "In every way, I've shown you that by laboring like this, it is necessary to help the weak and to keep in mind the words of the Lord Jesus. For he said, it is more blessed to give than receive." Now, I didn't say that Jesus said that. Jesus said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. Y'all, give, give, give. Don't just give to your spouse and your motive. Like, there is a difference between people pleasing and giving. When you are pleasing people, you have a motive. I'm pleasing you because I want you to see me in a certain light. Don't people please. Just authentically, unapologetically give. Unconditionally give. There's a difference between unconditional giving and people pleasing. Do not be a people pleaser, okay? Because there's like no reward in that. I mean, you basically gotten your reward by pleasing them. You've gotten your reward, but be a people server, okay? Be a people server. So those are just two examples from the Bible that I wanted to share as well, to let you know that all this is connected. We're all connected. We come from a God of love, a God of service. We're connected to each other. So we should be like our Creator and also give service just like He gives service to us. All right. So announcements. Let me give these announcements. I said at the end I was going to give announcements, and so I'm going to do that. So my first announcement, like I said in the beginning, August is my anniversary. This month, I would have been a life coach for 8 years. I got my certification at World Coach Institute back in 2013, and it has been a wonderful ride ever since. I have met some absolutely beautiful people in this work, and I've learned a lot about myself through this work, and I learned a lot about just my craft and skill and skilling up to actually help people. Because as a life coach, you have to continuously learn about people. There's no such thing as like, I'm a life coach because I always tell people what to do, so I should just be a life coach. No, you got to study this thing. You got to study tools, tricks, resources. So being a life coach is work, just like any other job, y'all. Just like any other job. So I want to celebrate that. I also want to celebrate that Success My Way Academy is my school. It is my 6-week mastermind course that I put on for a very small group of people. I don't have more than 10 people in this course. I can do it from 2 to 10. If I have 2 people in the course, I can do it. If I have 10 people in the course, I can do it. Below 2, it's like one-on-one coaching. And above 10, it's like too much. So I do this small mastermind course and really focus in on the people on the course for 6 weeks to help them with their purpose in life. If they're feeling overwhelmed, if they're feeling stuck, if they have something, a dream they're trying to get to, but for some reason they feel like they can't get to it. If they just want to learn more about being a better version of themselves, this course is for them. And it's called Success My Way for a reason, because you can come to this course with anything and this course will help you in everything. That's the way I have it set up. And the course is face-to-face. So you do encounter me on Zoom. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you will see me face-to-face. And this course also is asynchronous. So a part of it, you just learn on your own. You just pick up your phone and just look at some videos on your phone. So this is Success My Way Academy. I am going to be doing a fall Success My Way Academy announcement. So if you haven't been a part of Success My Way Academy, you know I've been doing it for a year. You've been watching from the sidelines, but you really aren't sure if you want to join. I have a great opportunity because I am celebrating the anniversary of life coaching and my anniversary of Success My Way Academy. I am offering this course for 50% off for a very limited time. This course is going to be 50% off. I am going to start this course the last week in September. So you have between now and the last week of September to get your coins together for this course. But this course is going to be offered only this time. I probably never do this again. Only this time for 50% off for everybody. So the course is normally $300. That's only $50 a week, y'all. It's worth $2,000, but we're in the middle of a pandemic. Nobody got all that money to spend on no course. So I say, you know what, $50 a week is enough for me to get the resources that I need to put on the course. So I am slashing that in half to $25 a week, which makes it $150. I can't go lower than that. $150. Okay. So if you would like to join the fall class, it's That's My Way Academy, I have a feeling it's going to fill up because I don't go beyond 10. So 50% off is $150 for this Success My Way 6-week intensive mastermind course worth $2,000. Come on, y'all. Somebody need to give a hand clap in the chat or something. Okay. And also, I'll be bringing on students starting maybe next Saturday or Saturday after next. I'll be bringing on former students to really talk to you and explain to you their experience in the course to get you excited about the course. Here's my second announcement. My second announcement, y'all, is that I have a nonprofit called the Christmas Experience Incorporated, and you can find this. I have the website link below, but the website is www.tchristmase.org. www.tchristmase.org. And let me put it in the chat for you in case you want to hop on over there. tchristmase.org. Can y'all see that? That is the website. So what I do is I supply for families in need traditional night before Christmas boxes. They're little like shirt boxes, but they are chock full of good stuff for kids. I put all kinds of coloring books and toys and trinkets and toothbrushes and just things like that in these boxes. I also work with crisis centers where I supply new toys for children who don't have homes. They're living in hotels, or they may be living on somebody's couch, or they may be living in a space that's paid for a corporation. So I help children who really don't have a home-like experience at Christmas time. I give them Christmas trees. I give them toys. I give their parents turkeys if they're able to cook a turkey. If they can't cook a turkey, I ain't giving them turkey. But if they have room to cook a turkey so that their Christmas can be memorable and special. For a lot of children who are poor, Christmas is horrible. For a lot of families who are poor, Christmas is horrible. I remember being poor myself and hardly ever celebrating Christmas because my parents just didn't have the money. Also, I remember seeing my friends getting put out of their houses and their stuff being set on the street because their parents chose to give their kids Christmas rather than pay their own rent. Okay, so if you haven't been poor, you haven't seen these things, but I've seen these things growing up. And now that I am in the position to help kids in this way, this is what I'm doing. So I'm happy to say that this will be my 8th. Is this my 8th or 7th? My either 7th or 8th year doing the Christmas Experience Incorporated. I have a wonderful board. Shout out to my board. My board is all women of color, and they are absolutely amazing. And shout out to all my volunteers. I had 20 plus volunteers that helped me with this nonprofit, and it has been a joy. Last year, we served 400 children. We served 400 children last year. This year, we're seeking to double that. So if you are so kind, remember us, and please donate to the Christmas Experience Incorporated so that we can continue to do this work of service to our community. And we work with the DC area and the Maryland area right now. We do want to one day expand to Virginia so we can be in the whole DMV area. But right now we serve children in DC and Maryland. All right. And that is my announcement. Thank you so much, everyone. I just enjoy these. Next week, we got one more. We got gifts. We're going to talk about gifts. Yes, gifts is actually a love language. So if your primary love language is gifts, you don't want to miss next week. All right. So I will come to you with more information about Success My Way Academy. I made the announcement today. Please don't look forward to sign up yet. Give me the weekend to set up the fall course, and then I'll put it in the description. So if you would like to join Success My Way Academy for half off, you just click the link and sign up and be ready to go. Until next time, everyone, you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. Give yourself some love this Saturday. Enjoy your day. Light a candle. I got my candle on, y'all. That's why I'm feeling good. I got my energy candle over here lit. Light a candle. Give yourself a bubble bath today and drink some wine while you're in there, honey. Do something for yourself. And I will see you in the next video. All right? Take care, everyone. Bye now.